Welcome back to MindShift Monday. I'm Tom Hobbs, and I'm joined with a very special person all the way from Iowa. Miss Claudia Wyatt is a mind shifter, and she is so gracious to give us her time today. Welcome to the show, Claudia.
Thank you so much, Tom. I'm super excited to be here. I'm all about the mind shift, so let's go.
Nice. My inaugural interview on the show, which is even better, mostly because I don't know anybody whose name starts with A or B, apparently.
I don't know now if I'm feeling quite as flattered, but okay.
You're at the you're at the
Thank you.
front of my
Thank you.
alphabet.
I love you. You
Yeah,
know this. I wouldn't be
you're
here.
at all the way at the front of the alphabet. All right, mind shifting. You are, like I said at the beginning, you're a mind shifter, but it's not like you're out trying to program people to do it. You're not saying, yo, Tom, you gotta blah, blah, blah. How do you help people into their mind shift?
I'm all about people encompassing their own story and their own dream into reality. So I will give you the push to get there, and I will give you all the tools and help you and encourage you and have the cheering section behind you to do it. But it has to
Mhm.
be your turn. It has to be your time, and it has to be your idea. You're not going to do something if I say, Tom, go over there and, knock on this door and tell these people this is what you want them to do. You're going to look at me like, what? You have to make sure that it's in alignment with you, that it's your idea. And that's when you go, okay, now help me get there. That's what I do. I can't put the
Nice.
idea in your hands and say, now go do it. You have to be there. You have to want it as badly as I want it for you. If I want it more than you do, it's never going to happen.
Did you ever see this show on HBO called Westworld?
I know what it is, but I haven't necessarily seen it.
Okay, so there was one episode where one of the robots, they're walking through the old town, and one of the things that was said, the reference was, if my program isn't programmed to see something, I can't see it.
Yep.
Do you find that people walk through life missing things that are staring at them?
Absolutely. How many times are you not being present? We're either on our phones or we're paying attention to what's going on around us, but we're not paying attention to our moment in that present moment, like why
Yeah.
we are in it. There are so many things that I've noticed when I'm in a hurry or I'm busy. I'm not paying attention to anything that's actually happening. I'm not actually driving my own car, right? I'm in the car and I'm going somewhere, but how did I get there? What's happening? Because I'm not being present. And we miss so many amazing moments or signs or things that could spark ideas because we're not paying attention. We've got that tunnel vision of this is the task and I'm doing the task. Not this is my life and I'm living it.
Ooh. Ooh, let's lean into that a little further. So, this is my task. I'm doing my task, not living my life. Expand on that for us a little bit.
Well, how many times
Give
do
me
you have
some
lived?
big fuzzy.
A big fuzzy imaginary me with all the energy? I can totally do that.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm a list person. I love a good list. But am I so glued into the list that I am not making time for the things that I want to do, enjoying things? How many times a day do you go, oh, I have so many things on my list, and it starts to just freak you out? But the things on the list, they're all tasks. They're all things that can get done when they get done. Yes, you might have a few deadlines here and there, and that's, priority number one, but not everything on the list has to be done today.
Nope.
You have a moment in your life where you're like, you know what? I've got a few things on my list. I'm running ahead of schedule. This can wait. Why don't I take this time and actually go do something that I love? Spend time with a person I care about. Go for a walk. Plan a vacation. Something that means something to you. Doing your self-care, meditating. I don't care what it is. Picking up the phone and calling somebody. I know that's like foreign to a lot of people these days to do that, but pick up the phone and actually hear someone's voice and say, hey, I was thinking about you. I want to make sure that time doesn't go by and I don't see you. Because it happens to me all the time. I get so busy. I actually schedule time with my friends and my family because I don't want to miss time with them. Because I'll overschedule, right? Like that happens all the time. And so my friends will call me and they'll say, we haven't seen you in a while. I go, oh, it's only been a couple of weeks. Let's get together. They're like, it's been 3 months. I'm like, it has?
It's
So
what?
Yeah, it happens because time goes so quickly.
Yeah.
Is time running you, or are you living in it? That's a totally different thing.
Ooh, you just touched on something for our mind shifters.
We love a
I-
mind.
Oh man, I do. So there's actually a couple of things inside that. The to-do list. I'm not a fan of those. First and foremost, I'm a list guy. I'm just as organized as the next very uh, OCD person, but we don't like to call ourselves by the alphabet,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's going to be out of sequence.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. So to-do lists are actually where, from my perspective, where things go to die anyway,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I actually suggest people only use a top 3 every day. Write down your top 3, and one of those better be connected to your goals.
Yes.
The other 2 can be task oriented, but get forward first,
Agreed. Agreed.
because you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be a hell of a lot older than your 22-year-old self today. And you're going to look
I love
back
that
over
you
those.
keep saying that. It's so not true. But thank you.
All right. I exaggerate. I exaggerate. You're 23.
Well,
Fine.
put a little bit more on that, but it's cool.
Fine. Whatever. But you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be 77, right? And you're going to be looking at it like, you remember back when I was 23 and I said I had plenty of time? And then you blinked.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're 77. Let me tell you, I turned 51 this year. And I don't even know where the last 31 years went doing child rearing and raising my kids. But I'm finally at the point where I don't have a teenager, right? That's a mind shift all by itself.
No kidding.
But we talk about the task, the top 3, the living life. Let's go back to that present moment mindset.
Yeah, think about how many times you've talked to someone, especially that's lived a pretty good life, and they're getting to that end of the line and they say, I just gave up. How many people do you know that they gave up on their dreams? They gave up on the things that they wanted to do because they felt that they had to do certain things and be a certain way. They had to work to a certain point. They had to do this kind of job. They had to raise this many kids. They had to be married at this point of time in their life. I work with so many people that are so stuck on the timeline, and they're very determined to get there, but they're beating themselves up because they haven't hit that goal yet. Well, I was going to be married by 30. Well, you're not, and that's okay.
How many times?
Would you rather be, well, if it was me, that's a totally different story. That's another conversation. Think about it. I'm like, would you rather wait and find the person that you're meant to be with? Or would you rather be in a relationship right now that you settled for? And now you're stuck in that box you were talking about, and you're not living your life.
Nope. No, and I find that a lot of people follow into that. Do you think they end up there on purpose or by accident, or is there a way out?
I think it's a combination of both. There's always a way out. There's always a choice. We have that choice, but we have to let go of the things that we've been conditioned to believe is, I have to do this because. And you can fill in the blank on the because with whatever that is that you say all the time. But you need to hear yourself saying that out loud. And why do I keep saying that? Because I do have a choice. We all have a choice. If we hate what we're doing, if we're not happy in something, turn it around. Break open the box and say, I'm making a choice today to do this. And it can be something extremely small. But that first step, that first crack in the foundation is what's going to get you the next step, which is the next step, which leads you to momentum. And then you're making a change.
So open the box, take the first step, and increase momentum.
Yeah,
But
those are all great things.
Before you can open the box, you got to choose to open the box.
True.
You can't choose to open the box until you're aware you're in a box.
That's true.
So how do you suggest people determine whether they're in a box or not? Is there like a list of a couple of things people can look for, see, look around in their life that would say,
well, let's say one thing is, if you're constantly saying that you don't like something, you're definitely in a box. Or if you're constantly somewhere, like whether it's a job or a place that you frequent, and you're always like, I hate being here, and you're looking at the clock constantly, you don't want to be there. You're in a box.
Yep.
If you're in a relationship with someone, it could be a friend, it could be romantic, it could be business, it could be whatever. And you are constantly going, I don't really want to be talking to this person while they're talking to you all the time. You're in a box.
Yep.
Those are my top ones. There's lots of
I like
boxes,
that.
but those
I
are the
like
ones
that.
I would say are the big ones.
So for all of our mind shifters out there, I'm going to sum that up really easy because I just had a clarity moment while you
love
were
it.
talking. If it don't feel right, you're in a box.
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And you can choose to make it feel better.
Yes, we can always choose to feel better. And that, my own story of coming out of my own box of being stuck in a relationship and a job that I didn't like. I was in a very big box and I'd gotten real comfortable in there, hating it. And you don't have to be comfortable hating something. You can say, you know what? I'm making that choice. I know I'm in a box. I'm climbing out today and I'm going to do something about it because I am going to live my life. Because that's what I'm here.
That's awesome. So Claudia, how could people connect with you if they find themselves in a box? What could they do to A, connect with you, B, take the first step?
I love it. I am going to make this super easy for everyone. Literally, you can find me by my name. So it's perfect. ClaudiaWyatt.com is my website. I'm on LinkedIn under Claudia Wyatt, and I'm on Instagram under the Claudia Wyatt. And you can email me if you have questions about how to get out of your box at connect@ClaudiaWyatt.com. So I'm happy to help. Let's break it open and start your life.
Break it open and start your life and start your mind shift. That's why Mondays are so awesome, because you get content just like this. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you can get more of these. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you, for being part of our community. Have a great one.
Thank you. Bye.
Stop recording. Stop recording.